Hi, my name is Anbu Chalapa. I would first like to acknowledge the Darug people who are the traditional custodians of this land on which I stand today. This video is meant as an instructional resource for the teachers to teach a specific physical activity for children in the 6-year-old age group. Physical activity involves sprinting from the start line right up to the cones, dodging the cones and sprinting back to the start line. The distance approximately covered is 50 meters. Let me demonstrate this activity. The key features of the sprint are landing on the balls of your feet with a high knee lift. Your non-supporting legs are bent at right angles touching your backside. Your elbows are bent and your eyes are focused forward. For dodging, the key features are run to the cone, lower your body, push with your outside foot, take a one-step change and run to the next cone. When children turn 6 years old, their growth spurt stops, and this makes it easier for them to learn fundamental motor skills. At 6, the body proportion of a child are similar to adults, making the center of gravity more centrally located. This gives the child greater sense of physical balance. The nervous system of a 6-year-old is about 90% of the nervous system of an adult, and the brain is 90 to 95% complete, even though the body has not reached half the size of the adults. This provides optimal conditions for the 6-year-olds to learn movements quickly. Therefore, this physical activity, which involves sprinting and dodging, is ideal to develop fundamental motor skills for children in 6-year-old age groups. The Australian Council for Health, Physical Education and Recreation reports that Australian kids are losing their sporting edge in simple fundamental skills like catching, jumping and throwing when compared to 30 years ago. Hence, it is really vital that we as educators provide a physically active lifestyle for children by teaching them and helping them practice fundamental motor skills in a way that complies with state and national curriculum and policy documents. The New South Wales Department of Education and Communities specify that it takes 240 to 600 minutes of instruction to become proficient in one physical skill. The Australian Physical Activity and Sedentary Behaviour Guidelines specify 60 minutes of moderate to vigorous exercise every day for children in the 5 to 12-year-old age group. In their Get Skilled, Get Active website, the New South Wales Department of Education and Training recommend sprinting and dodging as an activity that is suitable for 6-year-olds to develop a wide range of fundamental motor skills. Now, let us look at how a running and dodging activity must be organized to meet these guidelines. This activity should be done in small groups of 5 so that each child can repeat the cycle of sprinting and dodging several times. At the start, the teacher must demonstrate this activity to children and clearly instruct children on how this activity must be performed. Such clear instruction plays an important role in helping children acquire vital skills. For this activity, it would be best to avoid the hottest part of the day, which is usually between 11 a.m. and 3 p.m. when UV radiation is at the peak. World Health Organization reports that overexposure to UV radiation from the sun, particularly in the Western countries, has resulted to 80 to 90% of all skin cancers. In accordance with the guidelines provided by the Cancer Council of New South Wales, students must be encouraged to participate and perform this activity in the shade. Students and educators are encouraged to wear wide brim hat to protect their face, neck and ears. A good sunscreen should be applied 20 minutes before going outdoors. We have to be aware of the symptoms of heat exhaustion and heat stroke and take appropriate actions to deal with it. Water should be provided at all times to the children to avoid dehydration. We must be aware that each child is at a different developmental continuum and are different from one another. We must support and encourage children through positive responses, as our support and encouragement are essential for children to master the skills and to move to the next phase. In conclusion, this instructional resource on teaching the sprinting and dodging physical activity for children is an excellent way for us as educators to provide physical education for children in the 6-year-old age group in a way that complies with the national and state curriculum objectives. It also helps children acquire fundamental motor skills through a safe, enjoyable, and non-competitive outdoor experience.